Hey, what's up? It's Queen here, and welcome to my very first official, I guess you could say, Minecraft video. But it's not so official because I may need to restart this whole entire Minecraft journey because I did do it on Feed the Beast, and Feed the Beast has a whole new type of different, like, a whole bunch of new stuff to cover that I have not, like, even experienced individually. So but I have like 2 hours worth of footage, so I may just get that out to you guys anyways because it is kind of funny and cringy watching me play and die in the most like hilarious situations or the easiest situations. You'll see what I mean later. But I may just end up doing that, like I said. And this is all new to me. Um, If you guys like a certain way that I do stuff, then please leave it down in the comments below. I do stream on Twitch, and I'm busy. I do stream on Twitch, and my Twitch is queen underscore sense. So basically, I think what my YouTube channel is, pretty sure. And so you guys can go and catch me on there live. Live almost every day, but since I've started to focus on YouTube more, it is kind of inconsistent. So you could just join my Discord to stay up to date with streams and just general life. Um, in the video here, all I'm doing is just basically clearing out the land because I am planning to get more animals, and I actually know where a few of them are. I have a map and it shows me. So we're gonna go and find ourselves animals right after I build them like a pen to live in. Nobody told me how amazing being able to put stuff rather or other than a, a shield in your offhand is, like how great it is. I'm loving it. The fact that I could bring home sheep and chickens is amazing. Like in real time, I was just very much surprised by it. I also forgot to mention that in the beginning, it took if what felt like 10 hours for the game to load. So, there is that. I did die off a spawn because it turned nighttime and I was far away. I spawned in a jungle. So, the plan was to sleep in a jungle, well, in a tree, on top of a tree at night. However, I'd ventured a little bit too far away from home and ended up actually just being surrounded by different types of mobs, and nasty skeletons are very annoying. So, I apologize. And I am still working out a few kinks in the videos. This is like my first official voiceover recording thing. So with time, I will figure it all out and hopefully that the quality of the streams get better. So I've just bred my sheep. I talked to them and they said that they wanted some food. I bred them with the only 2 wheat that I had left and proceeded to light up the area because we did not want any mobs spawning while we were asleep, which they don't really do. But anyways, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then in the morning, I started hearing some pillagers nearby, and so I started going up there, up top of the hill. And this place is gorgeous. However, the hills are so annoying to get up and down from. So you'll see later that I have to go out and forage for some food. Anyways, I was scared, and in this mod I can make a shield out of wood, which is what I did. But I was scared and I was looking for a way around, but I finally got to the first one. And I could hear the second one, and I started going up there, But I was like, wait, what did this first one give me? And it was a crossbow. And I saw I had only had like one arrow left. I was like, why not? I came up here only to find this man stuck in a tree, literally in the tree. So I tried to put him out of his misery. However, you'll see that I don't know how to use the crossbow. The crossbow to me is a very weird, you could say, mechanic. It's just something that I need to get used to, and I definitely prefer bows over crossbows. Yeah, I definitely spent a little too long trying to take care of him. I was starting to mess around with how the crossbow works and almost died for it. And then after taking care of him, instead of healing up, I decided that I wanted to go and say hi to the chickens, see how many eggs they have, and try and get more chickens. Because my goal was at the time to get a chicken cooker eventually. A lead trader came by. He scared me because I really thought that there were horses up there, but I couldn't see anything, and I fell. And as soon as I turned around, there was these three things just on top of me, and I was like, okay. But I was very scared of these llamas, okay? Llamas are scary. And I ended up defeating him, but as you saw, I had to take cover many times so that I wouldn't, you know, get destroyed by a llama. And then I started exploring my cave more. And this wasn't really like a cave, it was just an opening in the cave. So we're going to be getting us some gravel because when I looked into like the inventory and stuff, I saw that you could make a flint shield, and it said that it has some unique properties, and I wanted to see what it was. I wanted to see if it was stronger because it is affordable. I mean, we have a whole bunch of gravel. So I got some gravel and flint, and I saw some sand that was just gonna fall, and I was like, for funsies, why not just have it collapse? So that's what I did there. And after I did that, I decided, hey, let's go and get ourselves some pigs because the pigs were nearby. And at this point, I do have my flint shield. I believe it is in my inventory. It's not on me, it's in my inventory. But I decided to bring the pigs home using a lead because at this point, I forgot that wild carrots were a thing, and you'll see later what I'm talking about. So I had to end up just bringing them home with leads, and boy oh boy, did that take a little bit because they tend to, if I'm walking like facing forward, they kept on getting off the lead and I had to go back look for the leads because those are the only two leads I have, and right now they're very valuable. I had to keep going back for them and then just redoing it all the way home. And this isn't actually that far of a walk, stroll. You'll see later. But after getting the pigs, my next animals are definitely cows. Because I'm still in the mindset that I'm gonna play on this world, so cows would be my next. And the last world that I had, it was so hard to find cows. Like we were in an open field. There were sheep, there was chicken, there were pigs everywhere, but no cows. There were only 2 cows, and we ended up using it for food, or they disappeared. So I was like, you know what? I need to go find some cows. And there was no cows in my vicinity, but you'll see where I find them. And then we made it home, and I decided to build them their own pig pen because obviously my last 2 wheat I ended up breeding the sheep with. So now I don't have any wheat to lure the cows, so I'm gonna have to ask for those leads back. And another thing that I like about this mod is that you can climb over fences. Like, the animals can't. They can only get into the pen, and that's if you put a dirt block or something outside of it. But they can't get out, and I really like that. Here I'm just planting some trees. I was trying to think of a strategy to put them in so that they would grow nice and tall and be big, healthy trees. But eventually I just started placing them wherever it seemed fit. And I obviously have to light it up, because if you know me, no stone gets unlit. I just like the place really lit, okay? So by the time I was done with lighting everything up, I said, okay, it looks dark. However, we could probably go and try and get ourselves, you know, cows. Well, actually, at this point, I saw on the map that there was like this circular shape. And I thought to myself, ooh, what's that? So that's what I'm trying to get to. However, I get halfway and I realize that there's cows there and I have no wheat for the cows and the sun's setting. So I just decided to go back home. I slept the night and then I decided to go back out again. I completely forgot about the wheat. The whole entire reason that I came back was for wheat. So now I'm venturing out again, and this time, you'll see. You'll see. I'm just gonna say it took me, like, I got distracted so many times just trying to get these cows. You guys won't believe it. So we ventured out on 4 cows yesterday. That was the first day that we acknowledged cows. And then on the way to the cows again, we see the 2 random pigs that we let live. So we're like, okay, we're running out of food. They need to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, which is me. So I got them, and I saw a little cave, and I saw coal. Now, your girl isn't a gold digger, but I'm a coal digger when it comes to Minecraft. If I see coal, I want to dig it. I want to mine it. So I just go into this cave and start mining any coal that I see. I lit it up just a little bit just to make sure that nothing spawns around me. And then I just start mining away. I did start mining some cobblestone because I realized that I have this raw pork chop that I will need to eventually eat because the terrain is so uneven that I'm constantly jumping. So obviously I'm going to need to eat something. And whatever I had in my inventory was not enough. If there is anything in my inventory, which I don't think there is. So then I mined, and I mined into a hole. I just dug a random hole so that I could get some cobblestone, and I set up like a mini kitchen in there. And I started cooking some pork chops. And then while the pork chops were cooking, I decided to go and mine for some coal. Also, you'll see later that I very much like my fuel sources. Because I don't know, I just would like to be prepared. So if it's, whether it's wood, whether it's coal, whether it's bamboo, if I'm going out venturing, a furnace and some sort of fuel is required. It will come in handy more times than you think. One of the things that I found myself doing is I would make myself like a travel kit. And the travel kit could consist of crafting table, furnace, uh, your extra armor, if you get shulker boxes. Well, in this and Feed the Beast, you have luggages that follow you around if you place them down, and you can shift right click to pick them back up. And I love the luggages. Okay. They're so cute. I have a fun time with naming them, and they're just better. Found a cave, went into it, encountered a creeper, which still blew up, but I think I was a safe enough distance away from him for him to not blow up. But to each his own. And then we ended up going back home because I remembered that I still need wheat and that wheat needs to grow. So I started exploring the farmland around me, not farmland, but the area around me, and I found some wild carrots. So I decided to plant 2 and then give 2 to the pigs to breed. But something happened, and I did not know it could happen. Maybe it just happened in Feed the Beast, who knows? But something did happen, and I was very much intrigued by it. Oh, while I was exploring the land, I didn't show you guys this, but there is a huge, like, mountain of bamboo just between me and spawn point. And I went over there, and I probably will show you guys in the next video, but I went there and I got a little distracted and started gathering myself some bamboo as like a backup fuel source in case I run out of the 8 or 9 blocks of coal that I have and the extra coal that I have in my inventory. And then I ventured my way and I made my way back to where the cows are. Next to the cows, I saw that there were a lot of sheep. I apologize for the lag, but at the time, it was lagging on my end too. It's just my GPU, I guess. Well, not my GPU. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, I saw the sheep and I decided, you know what? Food, sheep, perfect. I ended up getting all the sheep except for the baby ones for my gain, and then decided to go skinny dipping in the ocean that was nearby instead of trying to get the cows back. So we went skinny dipping. We found some beetroot and we terrorized the ocean before we said, okay, it's getting dark, time to go home now. Checking how far the house is. And about running, I would say a quarter way, I decided that it was too far and the mobs are way too scary or stronger than I am, for me to just keep running. So I decided, you know what? We're gonna do things the underground way. So I basically just dug a hole and decided to see what I could make. If I could make a bed, which I could, out of the 3 wool that I have, but instead I found out that I could make a sleeping bag. And I was like, you know what? I haven't tried that before. I have played Feed the Beast before. One of our co-op worlds is actually Feed the Beast, so I know of certain items. However, I haven't not used certain items because I like to build. I'm a builder, I like to build. So I took my sleeping bag, went to sleep, and then had a very rude awakening where the walls tried to suffocate me. But I said, okay, you know, whatever, stuff happens. Then I ventured my way out, and then I found a flamingo, and my first thought was, ooh, what is it gonna drop me? And it dropped me basically bird meat and like a feather, so I made my way back home. and decided to tend to the chickens, and then I realized that I was moving kind of weird, as if I was floating, and I come to find this. Look at him. He's just sitting on my head, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, there's a freaking chicken on my head. I loved it, but I was like, okay, you need to get off. But if I hadn't done anything, he quite possibly could have been supplying me with eggs. I'd just be walking and he'd just pop out an egg on my head. Call me an egghead. I spammed it so much that my sticky keys popped up. So ignore that. Went into the cave and I was like, okay, is there a way that I can get him off? And I don't know what I actually did. I think I just right clicked on something random and yeah, it just came off. But he was defying his Lord and Savior for trying to give him a good life, so I just ended up calling him dinner and just ended up, you know, saving him for Thanksgiving or something. And then I ventured out again, back to where the cows are. This is, I think, the third time that we've made it back to the cows, and then I decided to sacrifice every other animal that was in sight because they were all adults, including the cows. Well, I think like one of the cows was a baby, so ended up getting all their meat for later for food. And I just saved 2 cows meat. I believe I named one Bessarina and Bessarella. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I just decided to light up the area, go to sleep, and then in the morning, very quickly just ended up, you know, starting the trek back home. Because it was gonna be a long one. Further than the pigs. I mean, we are in the savannah? I believe this is a savannah. And the whole entire way home, I had to look at the cows because I could not deal with them getting off their leashes, which they eventually did. But it was just like once, which worked out. And then on the way home, I got distracted because I saw a tree, and I looked at the tree and it said rubber wood, and I was like, I don't have rubber wood. It would make a nice addition to my collection, so let's go ahead and, you know, gather it. Which we did, and then we ended up just going back home, just making our merry way back home. Nothing really happened. Well, there's the lead situation, see. But I do like how the animals look, how the cows look and everything. It is, when I say look, I mean like the mechanics. Okay, so I lied. It was at least twice now that the leads came off. I was trying to look for the other lead. At this point, I was tired and I was giving up, and I said, you know what? If I'm only going to be able to take 1 cow home, then so be it. I will only take 1 cow home and then I'll come back for the other one. And then it eventually got dark and I was panicking because I said, well, I'm a little ways away from home. I'm still closer than I was before. However, how is it nighttime again? Because I just woke up not too long ago. I know the video has cuts and foot and stuff like that, but trust me, I just still woken up, like just woken up. So I looked at the sky and I was like, maybe it's just cloudy weather? So I said, regardless, we need to get these cows home. They're a little slow at times, but we made it work. And then here's me beating up some leaves with an egg. In real life, would you be able to beat up a leaf with an egg? Or a whole bunch of leaves with an egg? Would the egg crack? I'm curious. Now, don't go out there and make yourself seem crazy trying to do it, but I am curious. I guess it'd just be depending on the person. How hard are you holding the egg for it to crack while you're beating up the leaves? I was looking behind and I got really excited at this point because I was like, oh my gosh, we're so close to home. So then we just left the leaves alone. And you guys better not beat up the leaves, okay? Better leave the leaves alone. And I was gonna make the cows their own pen, but I decided that I could just half the sheep pen. So for now, they're just temporarily hanging out around the sheep pen. And then I took a step back and looked at my farm. And you know those 2 carrots that I fed the pigs? They popped out 2 babies. So, yeah, they popped out 2 babies, which is a miracle. But that's where I'm gonna end it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys like this video, let me know. Like I said, I'm working out some of the stuff and the quality should get better and the videos should like get more consistent, hopefully. So I'm just one person trying to do like 10 different things. I'm running off of no sleep right now. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you made it all through the video, you're wonderful, and thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.